Next, we need to discuss the types of mobile devices. Which device is considered as a mobile device and which is not. So first we have the basic phone. The basic phone is very old and ancient, but it is still used until today in 2022. So the basic phone is used only for telephone and SMS. You can make a call from it, you can send and receive messages from it. It provides few built-in apps and games. Mostly if you work as a software tester, you will not deal with basic phones, okay? Your company will not ask you to test their application on basic phones. On this device, installation of apps or browsing is not possible. So there is no browser on it. You cannot go, for example, to the mobile version of a website, which is a mobile web application. So, like we said, this type of phone is not used in software testing unless you are working in the company who created this phone, okay, the manufacturer of this phone. Then we have the feature phone. The feature phone has a limited support for apps, okay? Me personally, I have a feature phone and I use it in some projects. Not on a large scope, but some specific projects require using feature phones. Many people misunderstand the difference between the basic phone and the feature phone. They think that they are the same, but there is a difference. The feature phone has a limited support for apps. It has also an internet access via a built-in browser. So you find a browser in the mobile device and you can access any website from it. It also may have additional hardware such as camera. So one of the projects that I worked on using a feature phone was Facebook. We were testing Facebook, the mobile version, on the feature phone. There is a version of Facebook on the feature phones, and of course all the scenarios should be tested on this version. There is a freelance testing website that's called Test4Work, and in this website you might be invited to projects that are related to Facebook, okay, Facebook projects, and in this case you might use the feature phone if you have it. But if you are developing an Android application or an iOS application, you will not need the feature phone. It doesn't run using Android or iOS. Then we have the most popular one, which is like 90% of mobile testing is done using it, which is the smartphones. Smartphones have several sensors and application installation is possible, okay? Most of mobile testing, when we say mobile testing, we mean smartphones. Then we have tablets. So the tablet is very similar to the smartphone, but what is the difference? If I'm testing an application on a mobile phone, okay, or a smartphone and a tablet, what is the difference between them? So first, the tablet is similar to the smartphone, but it is larger. So what is the effect that happens because the tablet has a larger screen? The UI of any mobile application will be different. So if you test this mobile application on a smartphone and it works smoothly, all UI elements appear correctly, you also need to test it on a tablet to find the difference between the UI elements here and there. Also, the tablet may support longer battery life. Not all tablets include a SIM card for calling and telephoning. Not all tablets include a SIM card for telephoning. And in this case, if this is an application, for example, that requires sending an OTP to your mobile, in this case, can you sign up using the tablet or not? And also, if the tablet includes a SIM card, but it is not used for calling, it is just used for internet access. In this case, if I receive an OTP on this SIM card, will it be received correctly and inserted in the application correctly or not? This is just an example of a test scenario that is specific to tablets. Then we have something a little bit new, which is wearables. The watches, the wearables, and so on. Those are used with a smartphone or tablet. Some people call them companion devices, and they provide support for special types of applications. You might receive notifications on them, you might answer messages on them, and so on. So if your application includes a wearable version, okay, of the application, in this case you need to test this version, and also you need to test the integration between the application on your wearable, for example the smartwatch, and the smartphone. Is the integration between them done correctly or not? So those are the types of mobile devices. Like we said earlier, mostly you will be dealing with smartphones first, then tablets, and in some specific projects you may deal with wearables.